What would you do if you encountered this?
Hey! Hey! What the?
These are the scariest reasons why you should never ignore warning signs while hiking. Case number 1. Meet Chris, a solo investigator behind the YouTube channel NKPS Paranormal, which is dedicated to real-time explorations of haunted and remote areas. On June 16, 2025, Chris decided to return to a deep forest in Kentucky that he had visited before but never spent the night in. This time, however, he chose to explore the area further by staying overnight, completely unaware of what awaited him.
Guys, I'm hearing stuff walk around the tent. I've got the knife here for protection. Also got the PP back here, the gun, GUN. But that, you hear that noise between the frogs? I think that's a coyote, but hear that? I don't know. Never heard that noise back here before. Oh, and I already started the old step 2, Steve Wallace style. Got some Southern Comfort in there. Trying to get relaxed, and trying to feel this area out. Listen to my surroundings. Somebody out there? Somebody out there?
Although Chris was armed and more than capable of defending himself, the sound unsettled him. It was unlike anything he had heard in the woods before. However, he decided to brush it off as nothing too serious. Little did he know that the most disturbing part of the night was about to unfold.
And then we're gonna call it a night. Hey! Hey! What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Something just literally jumped on this tent.
Despair.
Who is out there? Did you all see that? Okay, we're gonna put 7.8. This shit's going haywire. This stuff's going haywire. This stuff's going haywire. This says despair, skeleton, leave. I'm gonna tell you, I'm shook up, guys. Seriously, I don't have a clue what that was. Whatever it was is big.
Despite feeling rattled by the recent occurrence, Chris tried to convince himself that it must have been something harmless. However, no matter how he reasoned it, the unsettling feeling of something jumping onto his tent without a sound lingered in the back of his mind. Driven by curiosity, he embarked on an investigation of the forest, hoping to find some answers, but ultimately came up empty-handed. Exhausted, he decided to rest for the night, though sleep proved difficult, as the fear of the unknown continued to weigh heavily on his mind. By morning, he packed up his gear and left the forest behind. Case number 2. On October 7th, 2022, Nick from the hunting public and a friend ventured deep into the woods for a bow hunting trip. Despite their efforts, they didn't have any luck, so they opted to set up a tent and camp for the night, intending to hunt deeper into the forest the following day. Little did they know they were about to encounter something incredibly bizarre. Viewer discretion is advised. As the duo navigated the forest, they were startled by distant screams and a gunshot. At first, they dismissed it as nothing serious. However, an unsettling feeling began to emerge, which revealed that what lay ahead was more alarming than they expected.
I keep getting chills all down my back.
Yeah. Somebody is screaming at the absolute top of their lungs over there.
Very not good obscenities to someone else. Right before that last gunshot, it sounded like a truck revving up or something, like in gravel, throwing gravel or something.
Yeah.
And then that gunshot was like, that one sounded like a rifle.
Yeah.
That last one, the other one sounded like a handgun. That last one was like, pow.
We could make out a few things they were saying. It wasn't good.
Things we won't repeat on here, but it was like blood-curdling screaming. I've never witnessed anybody screaming like that.
Yeah.
Something not good's going on. Imagine if we would have ended up warping them on it, how close we would be to that.
We might have been able to see it. That's terrifying.
That is wicked.
Well, hopefully nobody got shot, but sure sounded like somebody did.
Sounds like somebody might have got killed over there. Your vehicle.
The tension grew palpable as a series of gunshots echoed through the air, leaving both men visibly shaken. The screams lingered for a moment, hanging in the silence before they finally decided to take action.
I've heard some stuff that I feel needs to be reported to the police department.
Okay.
I was hunting, me and a buddy were hunting, and at about 6:45, we heard gunshots, which is not uncommon. But then for 30 minutes straight or so, there was lots of screaming and just people, obscenities, and it sounded like something really bad was going on over there. And there was 20 or more gunshots ended up happening. And then I could hear vehicles taking off and coming to a halt. And we didn't know what to do, and we had no service. So we're trying to report and see if anything had been reported about there. I have pins dropped on a map about how far we were from where we think this was occurring. My name is Nicholas Andrews.
After calling the authorities, the duo returned home and reflected on their encounter. They reported that nothing was ever found. What do you think happened? Were the screams from someone in distress? And were the gunshots aimed at someone? Share your thoughts in the comments. Case number 3. On the 13th of August, 2023, Joseph, the creator behind the YouTube channel 50/50 Fishing, made the bold decision to step away from his usual fishing adventures. He opted for a camping trip, thinking he could enjoy the great outdoors and, of course, do a bit of fishing. Little did he realize that this choice would lead to a regrettable event.
I just woke up. I heard something like a weird noise. What the hell is it? There's something else here. There's what the yeah, that sounds like a bear, like for real. Oh shit. I think it stopped, man. It like pushed my whole tent in right here. I'm about to go look. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I thought I heard it kind of run away. What the fuck? I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna sleep now.
He was trying to fall asleep when a bear began to circle his tent, growling. The sound of the growl intensified, as did his fear. In a moment of desperation, he reached for his gun and aimed it toward the tent wall where the bear was. Fortunately for him, the bear eventually left his campsite, allowing him to enjoy the peace of the surroundings. By morning, Joseph didn't waste any time packing up his gear. Case number 4. On October 4th, 2021, Johnny from the YouTube channel Florida Boy Johnny and his friend Danny began a hiking and camping trip, but sensed something was off as they neared their campsite.
Oh, there we go.
There's somebody down here already.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of spooky.
It's spooky. What are we gonna do?
Well, he's parked exactly where we need to be. Of all places.
Dick.
An old solitary truck sat parked in the spot designated for their car, which felt unusual in such a remote area. A sense of unease washed over them, but they tried to dismiss the nagging feeling that something was amiss. However, as they continued, they encountered something far more unsettling than the strange presence of the truck.
Can you hear me? We're heading back the other way. Grab your bag. We're trying to find the trail. We're heading back the other direction. Hurry.
Oh, I'm trying. That was a 22. It went right over our heads.
So we just got shot at. We were, and I just stopped recording, but there is somebody deep in the woods that direction. Shot what sounded like a 22, hit a tree about 2 feet away from us. And we were finding a spot to set up, and we had just set our bags down. I set the camera down after I stopped recording, and a bullet, 22, whizzed right above our heads into the tree that we were standing next to. And so I yelled out to him, whoever it was, got no response. Yelled out several more times, got one response, no idea what he said.
They narrowly escaped a bullet, realizing it was a targeted shot. Fearing for their safety and unsure of the shooter's location, they reported the incident to the police and chose a different trail out of the woods.
This whole area, the whole trail area,
Yeah.
it's you can hunt on it.
Okay.
And stuff. I grew up in Pennsylvania. Our hunting season starts a lot earlier out there, and general rule of thumb is we don't really go into the woods after the 15th of September, because that's when everything opens up, and
Gotcha.
you got to deal with the cityites, and you got to deal with the people from Jersey.
We had just stopped, and all of a sudden we had one round go right past us, maybe 10 feet, and then another one right above our head, and literally like 2 feet above our head into the tree, and it just sounded like a 22.
I'll go down. I'm gonna see if I can make contact with someone. I saw a blue truck down in one of the areas
Yeah, I seen the
down
blue
there.
truck. Is the white pickup truck your guys? Right here.
They escaped unharmed, but the explanation they received didn't sit well with them. Johnny noted that hunting season had started, yet that wasn't enough reason for someone to fire a shot at them. Who pulled the trigger that day? Was it a reckless game or something more sinister? Case number 5. In August 2024, TJ, creator of the YouTube channel Kayak USA, went on a camping trip at Lake Guntersville that turned into a fight for survival.
Holy cow, y'all. So, I don't know how much I just filmed though. Out in the water, me and Dylan were both just waiting and fishing. And look what just rolled up on us. Look at this. It is pouring. And that's only a few hundred yards away. It is white capping out here on the water. Look at this. This just came up out of nowhere. I don't know how bad that looks on camera, but it's pretty bad.
In just a matter of minutes, the tranquil scene shifted dramatically as ominous dark clouds swiftly approached, and the wind began to pick up to dangerously high levels. What transpired next only confirmed his worst fears.
Something popped up on us right here, and it is bad, y'all. I don't know if you can tell, but we're inside of this gazebo, holding it down, and it's picking me up. Holy shit. This is nuts. Bro, I hope we ain't got no tornado popped up on us. Oh, shoot. Oh my God.
TJ and his cousin Dylan sought shelter under a gazebo, but the storm's fury was overwhelming. The wind grew so strong that it threatened to lift the gazebo, forcing them to hold it down with all their strength. The situation quickly became alarming.
Oh, stuff falling out of the tree. Oh, there goes the drill. Oh my God, dude. We might need to get under the vehicle.
Dude, I've never been in something like this.
This is horrible, man. I haven't either. We probably need to be under our truck.
There ain't no doubt.
If this tree comes down, it's gonna hit us. Oh my God. I think we're in a tornado, y'all. Hey, that tree just went down. That tree just went down beside us.
Guys, I think we are in the middle of a tornado. My kayak is beached.
In a terrifying moment, TJ watched a tree fall just feet away. When the storm calmed, they made a chilling discovery about how close they had come to tragedy.
This is where we were going to park. We changed our mind the last second and parked down there. We wanted to park right behind the bathroom, and we decided to go a little bit further. This was going to be our camping spot, right where this tree's laying. I want y'all to see what just came down. That's beside Dylan. This is where we were going to camp.
If they hadn't made a last-minute decision to park elsewhere, they would have been right in the path of the falling tree. What made this encounter unsettling was the unpredictability of nature and how quickly a routine camping trip can turn into a potentially dangerous situation. Thankfully, they made it out unharmed. Case number 6. This unsettling footage was captured by Xander Budnick, a YouTuber who is known for his adventurous activities. With nearly 20 years of experience, Xander captivates audiences with thrilling escapades in remote locations. However, on March 28, 2021, during a camping trip near his home, he encountered a chilling experience that shook him to his core.
So I just got out here. It's 12 degrees Celsius. We got snow on the ground, we got rain on the forecast, and it's that weird time between winter and summer. Some people call it spring, other people call it muck season. That's up to you. But it's definitely an awkward time to go camping. So we're out here with a ton of gear, and basically this is just an experiment, seeing what we can do in this type of season.
Xander packed his gear and hiked into the forest, documenting everything as he went. He eventually found a great spot to set up his tent. Initially, the forest was calm, but became eerie later in the night, disrupted only by distant thunder. Xander woke suddenly to a strange, distant sound that resembled a cry. He stayed still, trying to pinpoint its source, when a gunshot suddenly rang out, silencing the eerie noises. Frozen with fear, he listened intently, but the forest fell silent once more. Despite his fear, Xander managed to sleep through the night, but he still felt unsettled in the morning. After breakfast, he packed his gear and left the forest. Once home, he searched the news for reports of strange activity, but found nothing. To this day, he and his viewers remain puzzled about the mysterious sounds. That's it for today. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when we post.